wondering if when I jump off, oh, somebody's doing it.
I've
Right.
just done it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just thinking if I jump off, you might lose my
Oh,
recording.
all right. Okay. I'm gonna make co-host to.
We don't need to add it to me, that's for sure. Maybe should we start off where we left last week with Kevin Westfield and go? And Kevin, do you want to talk about your team goals for 2023? So for those for Kaz, my condolences again, but for your mother. But what we've been doing is putting together CCMPs for 90 days, 180 days, 1 year, 3 to 5 year. We've then put our 1 year income goal, our personal goals as individuals for IBAs and activated business, and then the base shop goals for IBAs and business activated as well. So just to catch you up on that front, I don't know, because I know obviously you've had a lot going on. So Kevin, do you wanna jump in and get back to where we finished off last week when we were going to go through your team goals after you met with your team this weekend?
Yes, so I have met with the guys, and I've written down some of their individual goals. What I haven't been able to do yet is to collate all that and put it all into one team goal and one income. Bob is on the call this morning too, so I did meet with him the other day, but maybe you want to share, Bobby, a little bit about what your goals are. So Bob is an AVP, with part of my team. So yeah, I don't know if you wanted to
no, you can go ahead because I don't have the documents in front of me right now. Since I've passed it on to you, sorry about that. It's not documented in front of me at the moment because of where I am. Sorry.
Okay. Do you know in your heart what you want?
Oh yeah, yeah. I know. If you don't, well, if you want
talk,
to share
talk from the heart. Because that's
good.
sincere.
Well, thank you very much. It's a pleasure to do this. So I spoke with Kevin the other day, and I have a goal for the next 90 days to have at least 3 new strong members in my team who will ultimately, that's my own goal and dream, to be team leaders as well. So I want to build different legs, as we call it, different structures. I just don't want people to come into my team. I've had two strong team leaders in the past that for one reason or the other fizzled out due to one thing or the other. So of course I don't want that to happen again. So I'm in the process of building it. There are 2 strong people I'm bringing in on board. I shared with Kevin there were green lights for 3 people in the last 6 weeks to come in on board, but it just fizzled out again. So, but there are 2 people at the moment. I'm hoping and strongly working towards bringing 3 people in the next 90 days to be my team members and grow up to be team leaders and build up that structure going forward. That will be the next 90 days. So that's
can I just say something to you? And I'm just going to say what Jeff Lett said, because you're basically talking quality over quantity. Is that right?
Quality, yes. Quality. Okay. I'm concerned with quality. Yes.
So I need to tell you what Jeff Lett said exactly the same thing to Art Williams at his house. And do you know what Art Williams said to him?
No.
Quality comes through quantity. Don't disregard people because you don't think they haven't got it, because ultimately you can't tell what's in someone's heart. And why I agree you should be identifying key leaders, but don't ever write anyone off, because there could be people there that you don't know, their cousin's friend, whoever. You just don't know. There could be that missing link, and you're one recruit away from an explosion. So just so you know, this game is a quantity. Through quantity, you will get quality. But I like what you're doing. But I know if Jeff was on the call, he would have told you the same thing. So I just wanted to share that message with you. I'm sure everyone else on the call's heard it before.
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, that's true. I've actually heard that before. Don't get me wrong. And I know Roger used to say it, used to bang it in our ears then, which is true, And I'm not going to disregard, and I thank you for that. I'm not going to disregard anybody, if you know what I mean.
They're just your key leaders you've identified.
Yeah, because everybody brings, every little helps, as we say. Definitely. Everybody brings one little thing or the other to the table. So that is something I will not throw away in any way, shape, or form. So, so at the moment, that's what I'm really working on. Yeah. I can't be over careful but I'm also being careful, if you know what I mean. So I don't want to be rigid, but at the same time, I'm not trying to loosen everything, because I've asked myself over and over, why did I lose these people? It might be external forces, internal forces, if you know what I mean. So trying to document why should this not happen again going forward. And I'm really working on that. I also bringing back my team members who are like one leg in, one leg out, to recreate the one-on-ones I've been doing, and that is also in the pipeline as well. So that's for 90 days, and I also within 6 months want to move from the AVP I'm in to EVP. It's my goal, it's my dream, and not just moving for moving's sake. It's to be effective, and so that's a goal. But in terms of income, I want to, I shared with Kev, and he also gave me 1 or 2 advice about that. Income, I want to have at least £3,000 monthly regularly. Now, not just once a while, but regularly, yeah.
And of that £3,000 a month you want, how much of that is going to be from personal business, and how much of that is going to be from team business?
Oh, good. In the last, for personal business, it's been quite consistent for me lately, so to say. I know I can't do it all. So with the progression I'm going, I can't get 3,000 per month, definitely.
Well, I think just so you know, have you gone online and used the CCMP calculator for yourself?
Yeah, I did that recently. Yes,
I mean, if you want to take ownership of it, I think if I was you and I was in your shoes, and I want to focus on £3,000 a month as my thing, I would take personal ownership of getting the 3,000, and then trust me, by getting those 3,000 and the activity you got, trust me, your team will see that and they will follow a leader. But if you're telling them what to do and you're not actually doing the activity yourself, they're doing exactly what you're doing, right? So, so that's all I'd say. And then anything you do get beyond that, well, that's the cream on top, isn't it? And that's great, but that's how I would personally do it if I was in your shoes. But
sounds like a good plan. Ooh. Yeah, definitely have to see what I'm doing, because some of them are actually seeing what I'm doing right now. Because somehow one of them especially hides in the corner when I've done some presentations. So he's seeing, and when I've made some income in the last 6 weeks. That person has actually seen. I said, look, I really want to get to that place. I said, not getting there is not even the issue. It's to be consistent,
daily activity. It's all about daily activity, and that's why I say, when you meet with your people in your team, just take them through that CCMP calculator. All right, how many days you committing to? It's all about the daily activity. It's a bit like that old saying: it's not what you eat between Christmas and New Year; it's what you eat between New Year and Christmas, right? It's the daily activity that gives you the results.
Yeah, I like that. So in a nutshell, that's what I want to just present for now, and trying to work on that consistently, like you said, daily activity. Yeah, that's it for now.
Okay, cool. So Kevin, have you got anything you wanted to add to that?
No, I will. Obviously, now I've met with the others too, I will put all that together into one team goal. I just haven't had that opportunity to do that yet.
So if you could, once you have that goal, if you could send that to Anna, Barat, and myself, and then obviously we'll log that as well, because what we've discussed about doing is having the quarterly catch-ups to make sure that we're on track and we can make the tweaks along the way. Is that fair enough?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks. Have you got anything else you wanted to add, Kevin?
No, I think that's pretty much it at this moment in time. Yeah.
Okay. So Kaz, are you still on, or I know you've got other commitments as well today?
Yeah, I'm still here.
You probably haven't had any time to even think about this yet, have you?
Absolutely not. I mean, I've got stuff that obviously that pre my mum I was working towards and things like that, and got quite a decent momentum building, which feel like I'm back to square one. I mean, I did manage to do some business the other week that went straight through, which were great, and then I got a recruit last week. Introduce and recruit an introducer, so that's good. Yeah. So I kind of feel like a little bit relieved that I've still got something. I've got something on the boards. obviously not like we're doing, and same sort of income wise. So my income goal is same as Bobby. It's been 3,000, and I've always took that as personal. Team wise, not many that are active, and the ones that are only introducers at the minute. So mostly of the goals, it's sort of me just almost like restarting, building team again, working on the recruiting, which I'm meeting with Steve. The plan was to meet with Steve J, but that hasn't happened yet, just to kind of work through some of the recruiting issues.
I'm here, and if you need me, drop me a text or call me up, and we can do a planning session one-on-one if you want as well.
Okay, brilliant.
I'm here to help. We're all in this together.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Any who else have we got on here? So then it's Tom Nelson. You're on the call. So,
yeah, I'm here. I'm Mark.
It's good to see you, Tom.
Yeah, Mark, it's good to see you again.
And you. So would you like to open up and go through your goals as well? Because you're on the first week, and obviously last week, and then you probably had some other commitments or something.
Yeah,
so
I had some. I couldn't make it last week, but I think 2 weeks ago when we spoke, I think I was saying that at least £2,000 a month.
Okay, so income.
So I said 60. I had 6,000 debts to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say a minimum of £2,000 a month. Yes, and that's what I'm working on. But generally, I find myself in a very strange time in my life where, I've lost a bit of sparkle.
You lost your mojo.
Yeah, I've lost something, and I'm looking for it for somewhere. And I hope I find it very quickly and just get back on track, because ever since I became an EVP, this has been my lowest of low. I'm normally not like this, honestly.
Yeah.
And regarding my team, I've had conversation with 2 of my strongest team members. One is Antonia, who wants to be a team leader in 90 days. Yeah, so she's been very consistent since she joined the business, honestly. I mean, she's never missed any meeting, and I'm working with her to be a team leader. At least that will start something going. So within the 90 days, we're talking about December, January, and February. That's what we're working on at the moment. Then I have the second person I'm working with at the moment is Dr. Whitney. She's a medical doctor, and she's written all the exams. She says I'm back fully in December. She's a team leader, and I'm working with her to be a senior team leader. Yeah. Now the challenge that we all have is the phone calls. Yep. Yes. So with the 2 of them, right, I've taken their team list, and what I'm planning to do is that apart from the company's team list, to do calls with them, not for them, but with them at the same time on Zoom. If not together as 3, on Zoom, then we all make calls. So Tom, have you considered plugging into I know you're going through a hard time at the moment, and I empathize with that. Have you considered plugging into the company-wide power hour every day? Because that's getting your mojo back and having the group momentum around you, and could potentially build you back up and put you in that right kind of, you know what Daryl's like when he's doing that kind of environment. He makes it fun. So it's just an idea, because I know it's available to everyone, but I have, but it is not as consistent as I should. Sometimes you think you can do it on your own. That is the thinking. That's why I'm saying if you plug into the bigger thing, you'll recharge from their energy as well. And it's a small adjustment. And it happens every day. So if you make a commitment for 3 days, 5 days, however many days you want to do it, just to plug into that power hour. I mean, that could have, because ultimately it's making the calls that's what's gonna drive your business to the next level, and nothing's more important than that, because that's the fresh blood that's coming in and getting them. So we've got the system and the scripts to follow everything out. So if you're feeling like that, the best thing I can recommend is get in a big group with a positive environment where you cheerlead each other, and that will re-energize you. And sometimes it's nice to hear it from other people, and you'll get that yes, and they'll put it on the board and they'll do the air horn and then that, and you'll be competing, and we need to have fun when we're doing business. Yeah. And you need to get that fun back in it. But so
I'd encourage you to do that.
Yeah, no problem. There's somebody that I sometimes lay my troubles on, so somebody's shoulders, and that is Casa's shoulders. And now she's moaning.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, no. So
thank you for that, Mark. I'll add that to it. I mean, sometimes, like I said, you need a second person to just come in, or a third person just to come in to give that bit of direction. So basically, that's where I am at the moment.
Okay. Yeah. And so you've got, so for your income goal for the year, I'm guessing your income goal is going to be £24,000, right?
Yes.
You need £2,000 a month, and you're going to take ownership of that personally, and then if you get overrides, that's it. Have you been on the CCMP calculator and run the numbers on that?
Yes, I have, right. And I think at the end of the day, it's the phone calls are the stuff.
Everything's driven from that.
The underlying factor is the phone calls. It's the phone calls. Anything that I've ever done in the business is because I picked up the phone and called somebody. Yeah, that will lead you to somebody. So
we're in the people business, aren't we?
Exactly. So I just realized that the phone calls is a critical thing that
Tom, honestly, our industry has never been in such a state that people need our help more than ever. They're going to be more and more receptive to this, because look at the crisis out there. People are buying extra blankets from Primark so they don't have to put the radiators on. People need opportunity. People need hope. And if you're coming there with a solution, and you're coming with that drive and passion because you're a good person, they're going to follow you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, did you have any? Did you get to the point of doing your team goals yet and stuff like that, or are you just at the moment just focused on the personal side of stuff?
Yes, I did. I'm selecting those that are willing and ready to go first, and that's what I had a meeting with Dr. Whitney and Antonia.
Yeah.
During the week, I'm going to pick another 2. Yeah. Maybe drag them along with me.
And Tom, feel free to pick up the phone and speak to me one-on-one if you find it uncomfortable in the group environment. But feel free to pick up the phone. We can brainstorm. We can do stuff, and I'll try and help you in any way I can. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Okay. Who else is on the call? I think everyone else has given me their goals already, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I'll pass back to you and Bharat, Anna, at that point.
Great. Okay. Perfect. Well, I think it's really useful to go back onto the CCMP calculator in order to sort of revisit these things every day. Bharat, I don't know if you've got anything that you want to add.
Yes. First of all, thank you, Mark, sir, for just giving
us me for the last few weeks.
Fantastic guidance, and really not only motivation, but in terms of real where we actually key area where we have to improve, or where we struggle, and we just tap in there. We'd like to thank you on behalf of Minstar. In terms of, I think the income goal is the key. Whenever in my last 7 years, that the income is the main concern. Yes, but the incomes relate to the recruiting and business and doing scoop and carry back and more appointments, more call. But I think that is kind of really we focus to get on a, if not nothing else, that's the income really drives me to get all the rest of the things. For the team, I think we haven't actually managed to, it takes a little bit of time, I think, to get all the teams to sit with them one-to-one, and some of you don't have even a single person just active. That's fine, that's okay. I have, at least 7 people are active, in fact, very active. But rest of them is like on and off, like Christmas and and Diwali festival. But I think sitting, even though if you have got only 1 or 2 people who are active and really want to achieve something, then I think sitting with them, with the quality time, not actually just sit there and just go there, what's your goal and dreams, and then just make a plan and goal set. I think really have to sit with them couple of hours at least, or maybe if you can meet physically, you can meet physically and sit with them, have a coffee, and we can discuss not only the income or not only achieving their family's goal as well, and that really kind of motivates them to achieve their goals.
Yeah, I think you hit it on the head there. Listen, people got to know you care before they care. And it's got to come from the heart, and you've got to care about your people. And that's why that CCMP, that form is really cool, because you're asking them what their goals are, what their family is, and then you can connect with them. And once you know what it is, it's really easy to motivate someone when you know what their goals are, isn't it? And I agree with you 100%. Take the time, sit down with them, plan with them, and then remember, don't just file that in a drawer, but remember, and then you guys pick up the phone and call them, and when you call them back, but remember you wanted to take them to Euro Disney in March. Don't you remember that's why you're doing this? So I mean, you got to all drive back to that, doesn't it? And you got to lead from the front. Listen, recruiting solves every problem in this business. If you got no one on your team today, the power of 3 is so powerful. You get 3 in your first month, 9 in the next month, 27 in the next month. The power of 3 just explodes your business. And I know, Bharat, you know that better than anyone, because you've experienced that, haven't you?
Well, I know we are all learning anyway. Every day is a learning phase. I think you just kind of get experience from your mistakes as well, and then actually not repeating the mistake is the key thing that we.
That's the learning process.
That's a learning process, and if I have to restart again, I'm not starting from the start, but I'm starting from where from the experience point of view. Anyway, thank you for popping along. For me as well, the income, really not only my income but my downline income is we need to focus, because if they have got an income, we'll got an income as well, and if they have got an income, they have got a motivation, and then that's why the focusing on again back to recruiting is the key. And thank you. I think we just missed a couple of EVPs in the team, but they have a genuine region there. So
I spoke to Alex last week and had a good chat with him as well.
I think for next the 7th of December is the month end, and then probably afterward we will have a one meeting. But at the time we'll have at least, if you have got 1 or 2 leaders, doesn't matter. As Tom mentioned that he's got 2 key leaders, and really sitting with them and then making the plan. First, we make our plan clear, concise, and really kind of clearly, and then we just sit with them and then make a really good CCMP for them, and then call it collectively. We just have got the Flintstar CCMP, and that leads to our vision and mission to achieve. So thank you so much, Anna. Thank you so much, all the key leaders, Tom and everyone. I think that's it. I don't have got anything. Sorry, have you got anything point to add? Kevin, you want to add anything?
Yeah, just to obviously mention some of the reason how this came about was because I was inviting Jeff on to do our team training, and from that he'd suggested, to get in contact with Mark to do a pre-planning session, which we've now done. Now, for me, it would just be great to have as many people as we possibly can on the call on Saturday. So, if we can all just get speaking to our teams, even those that haven't been on for a little while, just get in contact with them, and because I know that it'll be challenging, it'll be inspiring, and we're coming towards the end of the year, and a great opportunity for us as a hierarchy to have him on. So just really promoting next Saturday. Let's do all we can to get people on, for this Saturday, because I know that he'll only bring alive for us the business for next year, so, and enhance our goals and dreams. So yeah, that'd be good.
Great.
Thanks.
Thanks, Kev. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys.
Very productive day. Monday.